Phillies Nation, let's talk about the seismic tremors shaking our offseason. Because what started as a whisper has now escalated into a full-blown earthquake. Are these Bo Bichette rumors just a masterful display of psychological warfare from Dave Dombrowski, a calculated chess move to squeeze JT Realmuto's camp? Or are we on the precipice of a genuine, roster-altering blockbuster that could redefine our championship aspirations? My gut tells me this isn't just smoke and mirrors anymore. When Matt Gelb of The Athletic reports that the Phillies are actually meeting with free agent infielder Bo Bichette, this isn't just an agent trying to drum up a market. This is real. This is tangible. This is the kind of high-stakes poker game that could either propel us to glory or leave us with more questions than answers. Let's be brutally honest. The initial Jon Heyman report felt like classic agent-driven leverage, a way to put pressure on Realmuto in their ongoing contract standoff. But a face-to-face meeting? That's a whole different ballgame. That signals a genuine, albeit complex, interest from the Phillies front office. It tells me that Dombrowski isn't afraid to throw dynamite into the roster, as Gelb so aptly put it. This isn't about minor tweaks. This is about a potential philosophical shift. We're talking about moving on from a beloved, albeit declining, veteran catcher and potentially trading a key infielder in Alec Bohm, all to make room for a bat that could fundamentally transform our lineup. The implications are massive, and the fan base is buzzing with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The fit for Bichette defensively is admittedly murky at best. He's graded out as one of the worst defenders in the sport at shortstop, with a concerning -12 defensive runs saved and -13 outs above average in 2025. And he's never played third base in the majors. This isn't a plug-and-play scenario. This would require significant coaching and a leap of faith. But here's where the optimism creeps in. Our infield coach, Bobby Dickerson, has a track record of turning defensive liabilities into serviceable, even good defenders. Look at Alec Bohm, look at Tree Turner, both have shown marked improvement under his tutelage. Could he work his magic with Bichette at third base? It's a massive if, but it's a possibility that makes this whole scenario more than just a pipe dream. The cost, both in terms of contract and luxury tax penalties, would be substantial, but the potential reward is a right-handed bat. That is exactly what this lineup craves. This isn't just posturing. This is a serious exploration of a game-changing move, and it demands our full attention. Now let's dissect the offensive upside of Bo Bichette, because this is where the conversation truly gets exciting and why the Phillies are even entertaining such a complex roster overhaul. Forget the defensive question marks for a moment and just look at the bat. In 2025, Bichette rebounded from a brutal 2024 to hit .311 with an .840 OPS, launching 18 home runs and being worth a robust 3.5 WAR. He even received down-ballot MVP votes. These are elite offensive numbers for an infielder, and he'll only be 28 years old by opening day. That's a player entering his prime, a consistent threat who can hit for average, power, and drive and runs. His right-handed bat is precisely the kind of balance and punch our lineup needs, especially against tough left-handed pitching. The current Phillies lineup, while potent, can sometimes feel a bit left-handed heavy, and Bichette would provide a crucial counterbalance. Imagine a top-of-the-order featuring Schwarber, Turner, Harper, and then Bichette. That's a relentless offensive attack, a nightmare for opposing pitchers, and a significant upgrade in consistent production. This isn't just about adding a good player. It's about adding a star who can elevate the entire offense. The report explicitly states that for a deal to come to fruition, the Phillies would need to move on from JT Realmuto and likely Alec Bohm. This is the critical juncture, the moment of truth. Saying goodbye to Realmuto, while emotionally difficult for many fans, makes sense from a purely analytical standpoint given his declining offensive numbers and the need for a long-term solution at catcher. The Bohm situation is trickier. He's improved defensively and has been a solid contributor. However, if Bichette comes in to play third base, Bohm becomes expendable. Trading Bohm, who's entering a contract year, would not only free up salary, but also create the necessary roster spot. This domino effect then brings Bryson Stott and top prospect Aiden Miller into the picture. If Bichette is at third, where does Stott play? Does he move to second? What about Miller, who is projected to be a future star infielder? These are the complex layers of this potential deal, the dynamite that Gelb mentioned. It's not just about acquiring Bichette, it's about the ripple effect across the entire infield and the future of our young talent. While the Phillies are far from favorites to sign Bichette, the fact that they are now real contenders and willing to engage in these discussions shows a serious intent to make a bold move, even if it means blowing up parts of the current roster. This isn't just about leverage. It's about a genuine pursuit of a player who could be a cornerstone of our next championship team. So, is this a real possibility or just posturing? My take, after digging into the details, is that it's a potent blend of both, but with a significant lean towards a real possibility. While the meeting undoubtedly puts pressure on Realmuto's camp, the Phillies wouldn't go through the motions of a face-to-face meeting with a player of Bichette's caliber if there wasn't genuine interest and a belief that a path to acquisition exists. Dave Dombrowski is a known aggressor, a GM who isn't afraid to make the big, splashy move if he believes it puts the team closer to a World Series. This isn't a small fish, this is a star infielder who could anchor our lineup for years. If Philadelphia were to land Bichette, the most logical fit, despite his defensive struggles at shortstop, would be at third base. With Tree Turner locked in at shortstop and Bryson Stott's defensive prowess at second, moving Bichette to third would be the most direct route to getting his bat in the lineup. This would, as we've discussed, necessitate trading Alec Bohm. The future of Bryson Stott would then likely be at second base, a position he's familiar with, and Aiden Miller's timeline might be adjusted, perhaps seeing him develop further in the minors, or even becoming a trade chip himself down the line if the Phillies go all in. This is the kind of high-stakes, high-reward scenario that defines a true contender. It's a move that would signal to the rest of the league that the Phillies are not content with just being good. They're aiming for greatness. The questions surrounding the catcher position would then become paramount. Dombrowski would need to pivot quickly to find a suitable replacement, whether through a trade involving Stott or another prospect, or by dipping into the remaining free agent market for a veteran who can manage the pitching staff and provide adequate offense. It's a complex puzzle, but one that many fans believe is worth solving for the offensive firepower Bichette brings. This isn't just about a single player, it's about the strategic vision for the franchise. It's about making the tough decisions now to ensure we're hoisting that trophy in October. So, what do you think, Phillies Nation? Are you ready for the potential fireworks? Do you believe Dombrowski can pull off this intricate dance of trades and signings? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're excited about the possibility of Bo Bichette in red pinstripes, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single update as this incredible off-season story unfolds. This is going to be wild.